This is not just a channel. This is where questions are born, fights for survival, where artificial intelligence reshapes reality and the universe. Welcome to Curiosphere.
So, let's get one thing straight. What you're about to see isn't a scene from some sci-fi blockbuster. It's a glimpse into a potential future, one that's being built right now, drop by drop. We're going to dive into what our relationship with water could look like in just a few decades, all based on trends that are already in motion today. Just think about that line for a second. It comes from a piece of writing looking directly at this possible future. It paints a pretty chilling picture, doesn't it? A world where something so fundamental, so absolutely essential to life is controlled, contained, and even digitized.
And look, that's the key right there. This isn't some guarantee. It's not a prediction set in stone. It is a possible future, and it's a direct result of the choices you and I are making every single day. That's what we really need to wrap our heads around.
So, you might be asking, how did we get here? To this version of 2070? Well, it didn't just happen overnight. It was more like a slow burn, the result of decades of scientists' warnings being ignored, politicians kicking the can down the road, and all of us choosing immediate comfort over long-term survival. Okay, and this slide, it really gets to the heart of the change. You know, for many of us today, water is just there. It's a natural resource. It falls out of the sky, it flows in our rivers. In 2070, yeah, that idea is totally ancient history. Water is treated like infrastructure, a utility that's managed and priced just like your electricity or your internet, all governed by these massive water utility grids that track and bill you for every single drop.
And this is what it actually feels like to live there. We're talking about a world where almost half the population, is facing constant water stress. The idea of just drilling a well for free groundwater, gone. Even the rain has been brought under human and corporate control.
So this all begs the big question, right? If the old ways of getting water are pretty much gone, how in the world do people survive? How do you get the water you need for drinking, for just living in this super controlled world?
Well, survival pretty much hinges on this technological trifecta. First up, you've got these things called atmospheric water generators that can literally pull clean, drinkable water right out of the air. Second, giant desalination plants line the coastlines, turning our oceans into massive freshwater factories. And third, and this is wild, every single drop of wastewater gets recycled through these advanced nanofilters that make it cleaner than any spring water we know today.
You don't just turn on the tap anymore. Your daily life is run by something called water credits. It's basically your personal water budget for the day, a digital allowance. And if you go over your limit, the smart faucet in your home just shuts off. It's that simple. You don't own water, you're just loaned an amount to survive. And a system like this, it completely redefines what luxury is. Things we don't even think twice about today. Taking a long hot shower, washing the car, having a green lawn. Those are huge extravagances in 2070. They would cost you a fortune in water credits. The ultimate status symbol isn't a fast car. It's being able to use water without constantly checking your balance.
Okay, now this is where things get really wild. In the world of 2070, weather is not left to chance. Cloud seeding is totally normal. Countries and corporations actually negotiate. They buy and they sell clouds and the rights to the rain they're going to produce. Rain has become a managed geopolitical asset. Now, when you have this kind of absolute control over something so fundamental, well, it changes everything. It has massive consequences. It creates brand new power structures and deep new divisions in society, building a very different and a very unequal kind of world.
It all comes down to this one simple question. Who's in charge? When a resource this vital is completely controlled by technology, who's sitting at the control panel? Who gets to decide who gets water and who doesn't?
And the answer to that question? Well, it splits the world in two. On one side, you have the wealthy nations. They can afford the mega projects, the desalination plants, the whole shebang. They secure water for their citizens. But on the other side, developing regions are left completely dependent, vulnerable to foreign aid and political pressure. Water inequality becomes the new fault line dividing the entire planet.
And you know what happens when you have that kind of inequality over something everyone needs to survive, right? Conflict. The resource wars of this century are no longer fought over oil. They're fought over the last few natural rivers, over underground aquifers, over access to desalination plants, and even over the right to control the weather itself.
To really get what this means for people, let me tell you about Ira. She's a young girl in this future, and she'd never seen rain fall freely in her life.
When her family's water credits ran out, she took an old jar and just tried to collect condensation from the night air. The 3 spoonfuls she got, it wasn't enough to live on, but man, it was a powerful act of remembering a world where water was just free.
And that brings it all back to today. Right here, right now. Because that world of 2070, the world of water credits and negotiated rain, it isn't set in stone. Not yet. It's a destination we're heading for sure, but we can still change the course. Think about it like this. Every single thing we do is a vote for the future we get. Every drop of water wasted, every polluted river, every ignored warning from scientists, that's a vote for that future of scarcity and control. But every time we conserve, every time we invest in sustainable tech, every conversation we have to spread awareness, that's a vote for a different path.
So really, the biggest change we have to make is right up here, in our heads. It's a shift in perspective. It's understanding that this resource, it was never really ours to own and exploit in the first place. It was always a loan, borrowed from generations that aren't even here yet. And sooner or later, that bill is gonna come due.
The future doesn't just show up one day fully formed. It gets built, piece by piece, decision by decision, drop by drop. So, I'll leave you with this. With every drop you use today, which future are you creating?